We're gonna recreate 3 Kaytranada bass sounds so you can add funky bass lines to your music. And of course, we're gonna be using a free synth so you can all follow along. We'll be covering chances, track uno, and the third song. You'll find out what song that is at the end of the video. Our first request comes from Martin and Harry. They wanted chances, so let's do it. Select basic shapes and start with a sine wave. This sine wave is the foundation of our sound. It's the pitch we play on the keyboard. But to make it sound like the original song, we need to join some higher frequencies. Our ears use these higher frequencies to determine what instrument we're hearing. So to create our bass sound, we need to create a shape like this. Boost every other one and fade it out at the top to make it sound more natural. That's the first sound complete, and after we make the next 2 sounds, we're gonna cover an easy way to write funkier bass lines. Our next request is the bass on track uno, and uno means 1, so we probably should have covered this sound first. Let's do it second. Select classic fade to blend between waveforms. And if you're using another synth that doesn't have this feature, simply blend a square and a saw. To make it more percussive, we're gonna drag envelope 2 to the filter. And there's a touch too much lows, so we're going to take it out of the high pass feature. And to finalize this sound, we need that signature Kaytranada pumping effect. There's many ways to create this, but I'm going to show you a free plugin that not many producers know about. Flux Mini 2. Select the fake sidechain preset and slow down the time. You can also alter the shape and the dry mix. That's the second sound done, and our mystery sound is the bass from Need It. Start with a sine and adjust the envelope so it doesn't click at the start of the notes. Now some of you are going to be wondering, yo Anton, you could have made any bass sound and you just chosen to break down a sine wave. Why would you do that? Sound design isn't always about making the most complex sound. Sometimes your favorite sounds are very simple, but it sounds great because of the way you use it. So as promised earlier in the video, here's some top tips to create funky bass lines. Think like a drummer. Throughout the whole song, they're going to play a consistent, simple drum beat to establish the rhythm of the song. If we play that for the whole song, that's going to be boring. So going back to our drummers, they use their hi-hats, toms, cymbals, kicks to add variation throughout the performance. Some of the ideas you play, you're not going to like, but chop out the best ones and use it throughout your song. How do you create those variations? Tool number 1 is octaves, which is a shortcut for on your piano roll. You can also use fifths, which is 7 semitones. But my absolute favorite is using chromatic notes. So let's say you want to target this note as your main note. Use the notes beside it. Those are a few techniques you can use for the notes, but because Kaytranada's bass sounds are really funky, we also got to cover some things about the rhythm. Nudge each note of the bass line so they start a bit late, and pay specific attention to where the notes end. Some of these notes are long, some of them are short. Some of them you've got to nudge it a little bit and it's going to make the whole bass line come to life. If you found this video useful, check out the other videos on this channel.